How many times have you lost the ball in a 1v1 situation and thought, man, I should have kept it? Well, you are not alone. In today's video, I'll be showing 3 most effective ways to win 1v1 duels in eFootball mobile. No matter what the position, once you learn this, you will stop losing silly duels and will start dominating your opponent. Let's get started. In a division match, 1v1 decides everything. Whether you create a goal or get countered. Passing, shooting, dribbling, defending. If you think about it, all of this situation boils down to 1v1s. And the more 1v1s you win, the higher your chances of winning the match. So today, I'm gonna show you exactly what most players do wrong and how you can fix it instantly with these 3 tips.
About time.
The first tip is don't rush, control the ball. Most players lose the ball in the easiest 1v1 situation because they just can't stop pressing that sprint button. I don't know what relationship you have with the sprint button, but bro, you have got to let it go. In 1v1 situation, your first touch decides everything, whether you keep the ball or lose it. Look at this clip. I was about to get into a 1v1 with the center back. But look, my cursor is blue. That means I didn't release the sprint button. Because of that, I couldn't control the ball properly and ended up losing it in a really promising position. A good controlled first touch gives you the freedom to move the ball how you want. And to get that, you have to release the sprint button when receiving a pass. Do this and suddenly you will notice you have more time to turn, more time to work in a tight area, more time to escape the rushing defender. To do this successfully, focus on 2 things. Read the defender's movement. Before receiving the pass, always check which defender is rushing at you and from which direction. Take your first touch accordingly. In this situation, the center back is rushing toward my center forward from behind. So where should my first touch be? Here? Nope. If I take the touch in this direction, center back will easily win the ball. Instead, these are the 2 safe options for the first touch. If I take a touch in either of these directions, the defender won't be able to steal or tackle the ball from me. This instantly reduces the chance of getting tackled and losing the ball. Second is use your body positioning. Take your first touch in a direction where your body stays between the ball and the defender. That way you can protect the ball and make it super hard for the defender to get a clean tackle in. When you do this with good timing, you will not only keep the ball safe even in the tight area, but you will also frustrate your opponent. But here's the thing, just holding the ball in the tight spot isn't enough. You have to escape too. And that brings us to our tip number 2. The second tip is something that almost nobody talks about, but every top player uses: sprint and release, or in a simple word, controlling your movement tempo. Here's why it's so important. Most players either sprint non-stop or move slowly. There is no in-between, and when you move at only one speed, you become predictable. Oppo can read you instantly, but when you mix speeds, even slightly, the Oppo will have no idea when you are going to accelerate, stop, or change direction. That uncertainty is what creates space in 1v1. Let me show you an example. Look at this clip and watch how I am using sprint and release. I only sprint for a brief moment and then release it right before taking a turn. If you look closely, you will notice that every time I change direction, I release the sprint button for a split second. And that's what allows me to move exactly the way I want. To do this, you don't need fancy skills or flashy moves. All you need is timing. So if you want to win more 1v1 battles, stop holding sprint like it's your act. Mix your movement with the sprint and release technique. Once you get the hang of it, your Oppo won't be able to know when you will slow down or burst forward. And that unpredictability is exactly how you win more close duels consistently. The third and the final tip is simple but game changing. Think ahead, pick smart option. Most players believe winning a 1v1 means either always dribbling or always passing. That's what average players do. They only think one way. If you want to get better, you must read the situation and choose the option the moment demands. If the play calls for dribbling past a defender to create space, do it. If the smart choice is a quick pass, make it. That's called situational awareness, and it's what turned 1v1 into real advantage. Now look at this clip. In this match, I was holding the ball in this area and playing my passes a bit late. So the oppo started thinking I would always move at the same tempo. He wasn't pressing me aggressively anymore. Now I am in a promising position, but the oppo didn't switch his defender because he expected me to turn like I did before. Instead, I picked the best option here. A simple 1-2 pass. With that quick combination, I bait him easily, and now look at the space I have to receive the ball and to take a shot. Here's another example, and this one is different from the previous clip. Once I passed the ball to my center forward, I had no immediate passing option. In this situation, the best choice is to hold the ball for a moment and wait for your teammate to create an opening. And that's exactly what happened. Because I held the ball and took a quick turn in a tight area, my other center forward started making a run in behind the defensive line. With one simple through pass, the entire defense was beaten, and boom, an easy goal. So remember, don't force dribble and don't panic pass. Read the moment, dribble when it's needed, pass when it's smart. That's real 1v1 IQ. Learn that and defender won't stand a chance. And that's it. The top 3 most effective ways to win 1v1 in eFootball Mobile. Start using these tips and you will feel the difference from your very next match. Practice them, apply them and watch confidence skyrocket. If you enjoyed this breakdown and find it helpful, smash that like button, subscribe the channel, comment which tip worked best for you. Till then, keep grinding, keep playing, and I'll catch you in my next one.